This is Fred Beck from Fred Talks Fighting. I'm joined by Fox G today, the Misfits lightweight champion, in his new house. We're in his garden right now. He's got the annex behind us, the new future boxing gym. This is all pretty good, pretty exciting stuff right here.
Yeah, it's better. Fred came to my last place. He might know it's a grotto, unfortunately, but the new place is a massive upgrade. I kind of missed the old place though. It had a special place in my heart. It was the first place I lived alone, so it was kind of like a first home in the UK. But this is a massive upgrade, and yeah, it's really nice.
I know, finally, all the hard work's paying off. Who'd have thought all those months ago, all those years ago, you can finally have your own place. Is it not kind of special now, though?
Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is. I definitely wouldn't have thought that I would be able to be in a house in the UK when I was in high school in America a few years ago. I thought that I was going to be doing drugs on the street, to be honest. But no, we're here. It's great, and yeah, I mean, it's a nice place. Fred saw it. We'll do a little house tour, maybe even, and show you guys. It's pretty. It's
a good video idea.
Yeah, a little house tour, a W2S classic.
What did you think of Deen The Great getting slapped?
I mean, it was quite warranted, wasn't it? For what was going on. I mean, if you talk about somebody's wife, I don't think you can really expect any kind of. And I think Deen got exactly what he wanted. You know, I mean, everybody's talking about him now. We're here talking about him. He got what he wanted out of it. The elbow, I think, was a little bit uncalled for. I mean, Dean's again picking on the wrong people. I think people that look like the Hulk. But when you go around, when you fuck around, you find out. Do you know what I mean? But an elbow to the chin for just what was going on there. I mean, yeah, I don't know. An elbow is quite crazy. If
you were in their situation, not Dean's situation, the person who slapped him situation, would you have hit him too?
Yeah, if I was there with my wife and Deen came up, anyone came up and started doing what he was doing and saying the things, I think as a man, I don't. What are you supposed to do? You're supposed to just stand there and say, "Hey, man, stop," because he gave him warnings. Yeah, I'm not gonna just hit someone immediately. No, of course not. I don't want. I've never hit someone outside of a ring. That's not what I'm about. But to a certain extent, when you continue and you say, "Hey, man, like relax," which the guy did. After that, yeah, of course. And Deen would too. I'm sure Deen would. If Deen was there with his girl and then anybody else came up, of course he would, because he's a man. That's your job, kind of. Well, yeah, I would.
Is that fight of you and Deen The Great a possibility?
I've always said yes. I've always said yes to the fight with Deen The Great. It's again, I made a video yesterday. The ball's in his court. You know, I've already accepted it. So if he wants to say yes, he can. If he wants to say no, he can. It's up to him. I'm pretty sure he wants the Vargas rematch for now, which is cool. Like, if you want to right your wrongs, that's fine. But I'm here waiting. Anytime, any place, anywhere. Any man on Misfits, really, that weighs my weight. I'm not going to go fight Chase, am I? But yeah, any man my weight, I'm here for it.
What type of year do you want to have in 2026? More active year? Yeah. 1 fight, 2 fights, 3 fights? How's it looking?
I've always wanted to be more active. Mams has wanted me to be more active as well. It's just been an unfortunate situation so far. But I mean, yeah, I'm hoping to have like 3 or 4 fights this year for sure. I want to get out. I want to defend this baby as much as I can, as many times as possible this year, and then yeah, start having some big fights maybe towards the end of the year or the start of next year.
And who are those big fights?
I mean, there's obviously the Amato Vargas fight. That's a fight that I think is always going to be there. It's going to be massive. After him and Deen have this saga done, I think that's what we're going to look towards. The Deen fight is another one. I mean, we've been talking about it. I think Jose Aldo, there was something about him coming over to Misfits. So after a few title defenses, I think a lot of lanes open up for me to be able to review my options and take a cool route, man. I want to make basically whatever people want to see. And I think that the Vargas fight, the Deen fight, I think those are fights that people want to see. So that's what I want to make happen.
The Jose Aldo fight?
Yeah, man, I've heard that name get thrown about quite a bit by people on Twitter. And again, if that's a fight that people want to see, I would love to. I mean, bro, to fight a legend like that, yeah, man. One of the most dominant champions in UFC history. That would be something that, again, at the start of the interview, I never thought that I would have the opportunity to even utter those words, you know? So for that to be something that could be a possibility even this year, next year, is something that is special for sure.
Just staying on the UFC topic, what do you make of Zuffa Boxing, Dana White signing Conor Benn, Eddie Hearn's fighter? Since this has kind of been breaking news for the last few days.
Yeah, that's I mean, honestly, something must have happened, because for Conor, I saw Eddie say that he he asked for a phone call with Conor. He deserved that, and Conor just said no, which I can't really see just happening unless Conor just did it for the money, in which case fair play, I guess. You know, I'm a bit sad, man. I thought that him and Eddie were more, you know, on a level. I thought that Eddie's done a lot for Conor Benn, but you got to do what's right for your career at the end of the day. And if he thinks that that's Dana, 15 mil, fair enough. I'd just sign with Dana for 15 mil, take the money and retire personally. But yeah, that was shocking to me. That was very surprising.
Yeah, 50 million though is a lot of money.
Yeah.
I guess it's probably the way he went about it, right? Like no phone call, just an email from his lawyer.
That's what I'm saying. That's a bit like MVP offering me $1 million and me just say like nothing to Mams after everything he's done for me. So yeah, that's a bit nuts, which I wouldn't do anyway. Even if I did speak to Mams, I wouldn't go to MVP. That's why I think it surprised me, because I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it was quite similar. Like Mams has been there for Misfits fighters from literally the start, and Eddie's been there for Conor since the start. Like, unless I'm mistaken, he's been his only promoter, right? And it's not like he hasn't gotten him, I mean, massive. The Chris Eubank Jr., those two fights were massive. Like, it's cemented into UK culture, let alone boxing, right? So, yeah, man, I think that was a surprise for sure. But I guess I'm excited to see what Conor says, if anything, about why he just left Eddie like that. Because I know why he signed with Dana, 15 mil. Of course, I'd take that. But why'd you leave Eddie, bro? Like, you know what I mean? Without a phone call or anything like that.
You can ask him. You're mates to Conor Benn, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
You met him a few times.
Oh yeah, he's my sparring partner. He's my buddy. Yeah, no, that's another thing. Conor's a really nice guy in person. I was expecting him to be like a bit like, ooh, you know, but he wasn't. He was really nice. So I can't imagine him just like, you know, the way that Eddie's describing it, I can't imagine that being the only side of the story. Not with Conor. He's a nice guy.
We'll see how it all unfolds. Ryan Garcia getting the win over Maros Barrios on the weekend,
Yes,
winning
sir.
his first world title.
Yeah.
The WBC world title.
Yes, sir. That was amazing. What a performance. I stayed up for the fight, and I was thinking, like, you know, because Ryan Garcia's performances go up and down.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, man, am I staying up for no reason? And nah, man. Then 30 seconds in, he's dropped him. I got straight up. I was like, wow. And then, yeah, he just continued. I thought Mario would at least have something for
sorry.
Ryan. That's all good.
That's our coach.
Uh-oh.
Hey, bro, let me call you back. I'm just in mid-interview of Fox.
Okay, bye-bye.
That was cute.
What are you doing? Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, no, I was expecting Mario to have something for him, like maybe in the late rounds or something, but no, Ryan just dominated the entire fight. It was impressive. Him and Shakur, that's what I want. Just
Really?
a mega fight. Yeah, he called him out. I think Shakur would take that personally, but I think that's a massive fight. I think that's a huge fight.
Have you had any talks with Sean Garcia, Ryan Garcia's brother?
No, that name's been thrown about though as well. That's another fight I forgot to mention. That would be a cool fight to have. But I'm pretty sure he's done with boxing, Sean Garcia. Like I found his Instagram, and it's like a management thing now.
Really?
So yeah, I don't think he's going to be fighting again. But if he is, again, wants a piece of the pie, it's here. Absolutely.
Well, I don't think anyone's ever done in boxing. As long as they've reached the age,
Yeah.
as long as they're below 40, I wouldn't really count anyone out.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if money's talking. But to be fair, now in boxing, age doesn't even matter. Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, Mike Tyson. Like,
What do you think of Floyd Mayweather versus Mike Tyson happening?
I wonder if it's gonna be kind of a number where they don't really go in, but they've also had a really interesting relationship, haven't they? Like they don't really like each other.
Floyd and Mike, no.
Yeah,
I don't
so-
think they do, no.
I don't think they do, unless they've made up behind the scenes. So I don't know. I personally, whenever one of those gimmick fights happens, well, not gimmick, when a fight happens like this, like a Floyd Mayweather versus John Gotti or something like that, I always wonder if it's going to be like, you know, written in the contract that we're not really going to go hard on each other. You know what I mean? Let's just make some money. So I don't know. But honestly, man, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. I can't imagine Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson going in there and really slugging it out, though. I can definitely say that. I can't imagine that.
It'd be more of an exhibition sort of fight.
Yeah.
But Floyd's coming back though. He's putting his undefeated record 50-0 on the line.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather back on Misfits, or not back on Misfits.
Back on Misfits.
Not back on Misfits, but Floyd Mayweather on Misfits.
Yeah, that would be cool. Him and Manny Pacquiao main event. Imagine. Could you imagine? I mean, I can't think of what other fight there would be. him and Manny both coming back as pros, both looking. I mean, Floyd's taking great care of himself. He never really stopped, did he? And Manny Pacquiao looked good against Mario Barrio. So I'd be interested in that fight if Misfits wants to open the paycheck and get them on. That would be cool.
What do you think of Blueface versus Swaggy P? This fight's happening in May in America.
Yeah, I think Blueface got that, man. I like Blueface. I really like him. I think that he's actually a good fighter. I think if he wasn't a rapper, I think he would have been a boxer.
Really?
Yeah, man, he looks good. He looks nice. He's put a bit of extra weight on. I saw some sparring the other day. He's packing a punch now. Yeah, I think Blueface is a good little fighter, man.
I think he's fighting on brand risk in March, and then he's going to fight Swaggy P.
Yeah.
Is that not a bit of a risk, though, having a fight before the big fight in May?
I don't think Blueface sees it like different fights. I think that he's just like, he probably was having street fights every other week anyway, by the looks of things. Jail fights recently. Yeah, I think Blueface isn't too worried about that, man. I think that he's just making money and whooping ass, and it'll probably be an easy fight on brand risk anyway for Blueface. I wouldn't imagine Blueface taking on a tough fight before another big fight. Unless I'm wrong, in which case, fair play.
He's a big guy now, Blueface.
Yeah.
He's probably a heavyweight. Or
what
easily
I'm saying.
heavyweight, yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. And it looks like he's been fighting. He just has he has a different look in his eye after jail. Well, no shit. But yeah, he's put on weight in jail as well. He's always been a skinny guy. Maybe I need to go to jail. Maybe that's what I need. Maybe that's what I need, but...
What do you think of Clavicular?
It's been a very random pop-up. Sometimes there's someone that you haven't really seen before that just pops up on your feed a bunch out of nowhere, and that's kind of been him. I don't really get it. Like,
have you not done a TikTok about him? I know you've been posting a lot of TikToks recently. You did a lot of Ryan Garcia, Jake Paul ones. You haven't done a collab one yet?
No, maybe I should. That would probably do quite well. No, I don't really get this whole looks maxing thing. I don't really.
Have you been looks maxing?
Do I look like I've been looks maxing? I've never looked maxed a day in my life, bro. I shower and brush my teeth. I don't do like all this other stuff that he must do. Yeah, I don't know. It seems a bit I don't know, feminine. Do you know what I mean? Like obviously
with the makeup.
Yeah, with the makeup and like the whole thing being about looks max. You like, I get like getting a fresh trim, shit like that, but like, man, no, I'm not very interested in his thing.
Okay.
What he's got going on, whatever it is.
Do you think Andrew Tate will come back?
I do, yeah. I definitely do. I think that, you can't have that much of a build-up just to have one fight, even if you did lose it. And, I mean, at the end of the day, he definitely made a lot of money, you know? And the memes are already going to be out there from now until the day you die, so you might as well come back and give it another try and redeem yourself. Because if he were to lose again, it wouldn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, it's already out there. Oh, haha, you lost. So you might as well try and get it back in blood. Maybe fight Chase again, even, or other guys. I know they're talking about him and Sergio Ramos. That could be good too. Yeah, make some money, man. That's what I would do in his position. Honestly, I would make some money, and maybe he got the ring rust off, and maybe when he comes back, he'll be sharper. Because in the past, when Tate posts, he looks good. Like when he's in sparring and stuff, he looks good. And I know people can say against, like, oh, look who he's sparring, but still, like, you can tell he has something about him, you know. So yeah, I think he'll be back. Fight Wade. Fight Wade. Yeah.
Really?
Wade.
Tate versus Wade.
Yeah, that's what I'm calling for. Andrew Tate versus Wade Plum. I think you asked Wade if he'd fight Tate.
Yes.
I think that's where I'm getting it from. Yeah. I saw that and I couldn't knock it since. I think that'd be a good fight.
Who wins?
Oh, I'm always gonna back my homie Wade. I'm always gonna back the boy Wade. Tate would have the advantage, like statistically, you would think, but I don't know, man. I love Wade, so I'm never gonna bet against him. Yeah.
All right.
Yes, sir.
That sounds pretty good. Awesome. Well, Fox, thank you very much for having you around to the new house.
Absolutely.
It's, we've only got a good background, not no boring white wall. Yeah. A nice bit of grass, football, and the annex. Yeah, but thank you very much, and I'm sure I'll see you soon if fight news is announced.
Absolutely. It's coming soon. Hopefully sooner than you think.